All right, here's an animation that a couple of friends and I came up with the idea for. We took the basic concept of rock, paper, scissors, and we kind of decided to come up with a couple of cinematics that revolved around rock beating scissors, paper beating rock, and that kind of thing. So in this particular one, we came up with the concept of rock being a super powerful winner in this particular case. What we decided to do and how we decided to go about this was to put rock on top of a bunch of catapults. They fire across an open plane at a pair of scissors. In this particular case, scissors is represented more by spinning blades than an actual pair of scissors. And yeah, we just had rock basically demolish scissors in an open plane, and everything kind of explodes, and rock ends up winning the day. So the process of how we would have approached this was to sit down together, to come up with a couple of ideas, to chat through it. We wanted to kind of see what kind of ideas we came up with. There was an idea for paper battling against scissors as well, where they would have a bit of like a old school cowboy noon walk-off, where they walk away from each other. They spin around and it looks like paper's fired off something, and it turns out that scissors has shot some blades off and cut paper, and he kind of slides apart. And anyway, we had a couple of ideas like that, and the stronger idea for the time being was this one here, which you can take a look at. So yeah, we went through right from the concept phase, drawing, creating these characters, and yeah, putting everything together. We had a bit of a storyboard. We worked with a little bit of sound, and yeah, basically ended up modeling in a very like low poly style. We ended up modeling these characters. We made each rock have sort of a yeah, like a feeling like he was a part of an army per se, and all of them got ready on a bunch of catapults up on the cliffs, and yeah, fired themselves off to crush the army of scissors, basically. Taking this right through, we started modeling, we started rigging, and you know, went through those phases and ended up basically with yeah, with animating and creating the movement and creating the energy behind what you're gonna see in this particular story. It's a very short clip. It's only about 10 or 11 seconds, but that shows you how much you can actually put into a very short clip. It shows you how much sort of dynamic movement and storytelling you can put in to a short clip to really make something work. In terms of the animation, we just we had a very simple rig on these rock characters. He could squash and stretch, he could expand a little bit, he could contract a little bit. We rigged the headbands to be able to flap in the wind or the breeze. And yeah, just a very simple eye rig to be able to open and close eyes, blink a little bit. And that was basically it. The rest was all done with a couple of very simple 3D camera moves and a lot of After Effects. This particular animation, we used Maya, and got everything kind of sorted out in Maya, textured, rigged, modeled, did the whole thing, animated, and then did a basic render. We then took everything we had, all the different layers that we rendered in, we took it into After Effects, and we basically comped that with a couple of sparks, flames, a little bit of text and all that kind of thing. And we like layered that on top, and we came up with this final result. There's moments as the catapults are fired where you see a lot of 2D effects. Those 2D effects were done in After Effects and not actually inside of Maya. That allowed us a little bit of play with the amount of glow we could put on, with the amount of motion blur that we could stack on top. And I think that's quite a critical thing, to be able to take your layers that you render out of your 3D software and to integrate them from Maya into After Effects, and to like really get that sense of layering everything else to make it come alive. Yeah, it was a lot of fun working with the guys, coming up with a concept. I think overall this took 2 to 3 weeks from start to finish. We were a bit time constrained, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty well.